The argument is rather straightforward. In general, a game needs a loot filter when it offers randomly generated gear as the chase loot. When you see the gear on the ground and immediately don't know what it's worth. In Diablo 4, magic, rare, and even legendary items are randomly generated. There's nothing wrong with items being randomly generated, but players need to know more about them before picking them up and checking them manually in the inventory. There are two main reasons. The first reason is filtering out junk items. Manually checking and filtering useless items is a tedious task, especially when the vast majority of items are garbage. A loot filter in other games usually hides items like these. In the current Diablo 4, you usually want to pick up items for selling or salvaging, but a loot filter could help you by marking these items as junk, making you process them in one click. The second reason is filtering for chase items. When a really good item drops, you want to know immediately. That's the dopamine hit. That's why loot filters have the loot highlighting feature. That's the reason why one of the chase items in Diablo 2, the unique Helm Harlequin crest, is usually referred to as the Shaco, because that is what you see when it drops, the golden-colored text Shaco. You immediately know. Diablo 2 doesn't need a loot filter because it already does the filtering for you, for the most part. When you're looking for the best in slot gear, it usually boils down to uniques and runes, which are both perfectly recognizable when dropped. There are, of course, many chase items that are randomly generated, such as rare circlets and boots, or magic items like javelins, jewels, and charms. For cases like these, a loot filter would come in handy. But since randomly generated gear makes up for the minority of the chase items, it is not needed for a great game experience. To sum it up, playing an action role-playing game based on randomly generated gear without extensive loot filtering consists mainly of going through garbage. This process feels like a chore, and the dopamine hits are not really there. This is what the current Diablo 4 feels like.